Hi, it's David Bauer, and welcome to part 2 of my How to Talk to a Girl YouTube series. So I decided to make this a 3-part series because it sounds like it's a really important topic that you guys want to hear about. And if you haven't had a chance to see part 1, I would highly recommend that you do that and go back and take a look at that. And I'm going to go ahead and include the link for that video in the description below. So for part 2, I want to talk about approach anxiety. Specifically, what happens to create it. We as men, we tend to think of ourselves as, fearless warriors on the battlefield. But when it comes to approaching a woman, that all kind of goes out the window. And I believe one of the primary reasons that happens is we as men are very prone to approach anxiety when it comes to this. By the end of this video, you will not only understand why you might suffer from approach anxiety when it comes to approaching women, but also how to counter it so that you can create massive attraction with women. So let me paint the picture for you. One you've seen many, many times. We see the woman, we want to approach her, and instead we just freeze up. We end up never even taking that first step to go up and talk to her, and then of course we regret it later. Now the reason we suffer from approach anxiety is primarily because we put too much value on the interaction. We see the girl, we think she's the only one left in the world, and we choke. We choke because we put so much pressure on ourselves to make that first interaction, that first impression, so perfect and flawless that we psych ourselves out. We literally destroy our chances with her before we even get out of the gate because we've convinced ourselves it's so crucial to have success with this one on the first try. Now, what I'd like to call your attention to first is the logic of that thinking. Is she really the last one you're ever going to approach? I'm going to guess probably not. Therefore, does it make sense to put so much emphasis on this one interaction that you're literally sweating bullets? Again, probably not. You're probably going to meet lots of women, and yes, probably fail lots of times with them. Some you might even get a second chance with, and you're going to mess that up too. My point here is, why are you putting so much emphasis on this one meeting? Here's a better approach. When you first see her, take yourself back for a minute and realize she's not the last one in the world. Recognize that the interaction might go well and it might go bad, and it doesn't matter. Remember that she is human too. And it might surprise you to know that during the interaction, she might also say some things or do some things that she thinks she could have done better. She might fumble her words, she might send the wrong body language signals, whatever. Whatever happens, you're both going to do things and say things that, hindsight being 20/20, you think you could have done better, and it doesn't matter. This is the process we call conversation. And any conversation between two humans is always going to have these elements. So embrace them. If you just go in prepared to enjoy the conversation, no matter what happens, you will not only enjoy the conversation more, but you will also have less chance of butchering it because you put less pressure on yourself. In conclusion, relax. Don't psych yourself out by thinking she's the last one you're ever going to approach, and it is absolutely crucial that you succeed with this one. Take a step back. Realize that it's just another human, just like yourself, that you're having a conversation with. Accept that the conversation's going to be a great one, even with all of its twists, and go in and talk to this girl like you've talked to her a million times before. Because in some ways you have. You've made a million first impressions before, you're going to make a million more in your life, and this is just yet another one of those. I do go deeper on the topic of psychology, attraction, and confidence in my courses, workshops, and one-on-one coaching. And if you're interested in any of that, I have included the links in the description below. And that's pretty much it for this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, leave a comment, and as always, get out there and ace it.